Okay.
Good day, everyone. So, welcome to this webinar. So, this webinar is entitled Memory Retention and Recall, or the reasons why do we forget. So, to start the webinar, let's start with a prayer. Ay, hindi ko naka-put screen. So, prayer, a video will be played, and the national anthem, and also a video will be played. So the speaker for today is yours truly. I'm Carl Matthew B. Purisima, third year AB Psychology of University of Southern Mindanao. So to begin, let's get to know each other. So participants, you may you state you may state your name and your age to introduce yourself. So anyone who would like to start?
Hi everyone, my name is Purisima Sle 21.
Who would like to follow?
Hi, I'm Dana Milabasan, 20.
Hi everyone. Ay, sino to? I'm Melvin and Psychology 20. Ganito?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hi,
Okay. Go down.
I am Wendell John C. Ardina.
What is your age?
21.
Okay. Anyone else who would like to state their name and their age? Or to introduce yourself? Okay, to proceed, let's proceed to the house rules. So for the first house rule, for more efficient use of energy and data, the participants can turn off their microphone and camera. Questions and clarifications will be entertained after the activity. The participants may turn on their microphone or use the chat box. The facilitator will cue if they are or you are recognized. Treat anyone else or everyone like how you would like to be treated. So to set the mood, let's do an activity or an icebreaker entitled Word List Recall. So here are the instructions. So prepare a pen or a pencil and a blank sheet of paper. Be participative and do not cheat and enjoy the activity. So guys, kuha muna kayo ng paper tsaka ng pencil or pen. Okay na?
Okay.
Okay, next is the mechanics of the activity. So you will see 15 random words that will be played on the screen in a couple of seconds. Read each word and try to remember it without taking notes. Then keep the pen and paper handy as it will be used later after the presentation of the word or the presentation of the video. So while the video is played, wag niyo muna isulat yung mga words na makikita niyo. So mag-start na, mag-play ako ng video. Okay. Wait lang guys. Okay, start. 5. Okay, that's it showed 20 words, and that's the ano.
The fuck?
Yes, ganun na siya kabilis. Once ko lang siya i-play. So,
Death na ako.
So, next is write down. So, use the pen and paper and write down as many words as you can remember. So, the total number of the words that you remembered has an equivalent level of your memory retention. Okay, guys. I will give you maybe 30 seconds to write the words that you have recalled.
Ay, kada ginabi.
Okay, 5 seconds left.
Kailan ka sa ihan sa 15 words, ako na-remember, isa lang ka word.
Tapos na kayo, guys.
Arguments.
Yes po.
Okay, so here are the list of the words that was shown in the video. So how many words that you have remembered or you written on the paper that I asked earlier?
4.
4. So
Okay.
how about the others?
Three.
3? Anyone
Yawa
else?
on the kumar.
11, sir.
11. Oh, you're so very intelligent. So here the score interpretation. So if you have 4 words, remember the written on the paper, you have low memory recall. So average recall of 80 years old and up. So most likely your brain or memory recall is aging 80-year-old and up. So if your words that remember is 7, so you have the average recall of adolescence, and if you have 8 plus, you have high memory recall. So did everyone had fun?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Kahit 4 yung score ko. Sobra pa ako sa 80 years old.
so I think let's proceed to our main activity. So our main activity is entitled Memory Train. So for the mechanics, Memory Train is a memory game played by repeating a statement said by the previous player and adding another word or phrase to it. So for the instruction, first, for the game to flow smoothly, facilitator will assign every participant by number. Second, the game begins with the facilitator declaring a theme, an animal, or for example. And third, the first player would state, I'm going. So, kasi di ba yung sa number 2, ang theme is about the animal. So, ganito yung statement. So, I am going to the zoo and I see so mag-mention ka ng hayop. And then fourth. And the next player will repeat the statement and add another animal to the statement. So, for example, sa number 4 is, for translation, I'm going to the zoo and I see a monkey. Ganun yung sabi ng first player. So, ang next player is, ulitin niya yung statement and mag-add siya ng phrase or word doon sa sinabi ng first player. So, I'm going to the zoo and I see a monkey while eating a banana. Right next to it, a rhino is walking. Ganun. Parang ganun. Then fifth is, the game continues with every player repeating the previous animals and adding another. If a player makes a mistake in the sequence or forget an animal, they are eliminated and proceed to the next player. So the winner is the player who is able to repeat the longest phrase. So guess ninyo guys. Guys, any response? Nag-gets
Medyo.
niyo?
Okay.
Okay. I think ano lang tayo ng two themes lang para di naman masyadong mahaba. So, to start, mag-numbering muna tayo ng mga participants. Ano lang ako, mag-base ako dito sa sa participants. So, number 1, si Winmer, and then number 2 si Algener, number 3 si Diana, number 4 si Alvin, and then number 5 si Liza, and then number 6 si Farah, and then last si Wendell. So our first theme is road. So Winner, you can start the phrase.
I am going to Matalam.
So number 2. Si Al. I think Algener is not available, so let's proceed to Diana. Diana? Guys, I think Diana is not also available, so I think Alvin will continue the phrase. Okay.
Okay. I'm in Matalam. And see, ano to, tama? And see a bus.
Okay, Alvin Desquito is eliminated. So I think Liza will try to continue and state a correct statement. Liza, give it a try. Liza. Liza. I think Ara na lang. Ara na lang siguro.
Guys, wait lang.
Sorry. Isa to.
Isa ka ni buhaton. Isa ka ni buhaton.
Okay, sige. I will repeat the instruction ulit. So, wait, not working. So, here are the instructions. So guys, listen. So for the game to flow smoothly, facilitator will assign every participant by number. So the game begins with the facilitator declaring a theme. For example, an animal. So number 3, the first player would state, I'm going to the zoo and I see and then you will mention an animal in the zoo. And the next player will repeat the statement and add another animal to the statement. So the game continues with every player repeating the previous animal and adding another. If a player makes a mistake in the sequence or forget an animal, they are eliminated. And 7, the winner is the player who is able to repeat the longest phrase. So basically pass the message with the police. So basically, pass the message with the police. You have to Okay, I think gagawa na tayo ulit ng another theme. I think yun pa rin yung part yung number ng participants. Guys, okay lang ba? Is anyone listening? Guys.
Yes po.
Yes po.
Okay.
Yes
Okay.
po.
Okay, let's
po.
proceed. So our theme is fruits. So first player, you may start the phrase.
I am eating a apple.
Okay, number 2. Who's the player number 2? Algener. So I think Algener is still not available. So Diana, continue the phrase.
Oh, wala na siya kasabot. Diana. Oh. So, i-explain kayo. So, basically, it is tasks. Ano to?
Okay, guys,
Pass the
lastly,
message.
i-repeat ko ang instruction. With example, di ba? For the game to flow smoothly, facilitator will assign every participant by number. So you have already your numbers. So number 2, the game begins with the facilitator declaring a theme. So for example, an animal. So katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, example is yung fruits. So winner said, I'm eating an apple. So number 3, so the first player would state, I'm going to the zoo, and I say a, and then he will mention, or she will mention an animal, or sa kay Winmer na statement, he said apple. So the next player will repeat the statement and add another animal to the statement. So for example, ako ang second player. So since ang sabi ni Winmer is I'm eating an apple, so mag-add ako doon. So ang sasabihin ko, I am eating an apple while I'm on the while with my friends, ganon.
Sige, go.
Parang ganun.
So, basically, I am eating apple with orange.
Okay, sige, ganun. Okay, mali pala
Sige,
ang example ko. Sige.
Ako magsunod kay Winmer para okay na.
Okay, gets na?
Opo.
Ganun lang guys, yung flow.
Sige daw.
So, our theme is gadgets. So, first,
I am using my laptop.
so next participant.
I am using my laptop and my cell phone.
So, next.
I'm using my laptop and my cell phone.
Ako pa gani.
Sabi man kasi ako na sunod kay Wendell para ma-flow ang ano ba?
Sige. Kay hindi ko talaga alam.
Sige, ako na sunod kay Wendell. I'm using my laptop and my cell phone and also scrolling my Facebook account.
Go. What's next?
I'm using my laptop and my cell phone while browsing in the internet, and
I think
with
Diana had a mistake. So,
Hobo.
para
Kalayo-layo ko na masyado.
Ganun lang.
okay. Si Ara.
Okay na.
Okay, sige. Ara, okay lang? Let's proceed to the second theme.
GG, second team.
GG. Okay. So, next theme. Ocean.
I am swimming in Pacific Ocean.
Boy. Next player.
Again.
I am swimming in Pacific Ocean.
Ako na next.
Wala ka na ba? Nag-qualified ka na.
Wala na pala ako. Sige, bye.
Oo, si Wendell na.
Okay, fine.
Ano daw?
I am swimming in Pacific Ocean and Mediterranean Sea.
I'm swimming in the Pacific Ocean and Mediterranean Sea with my baby shark.
Next.
Ara.
Wala. Si Diana. Ay, wala na pala, no?
Alis yun naman ako.
Sa first team, disqualified.
Si
Oo.
Diana, ako na.
Oo, ikaw na raw.
Oh, sige, I am swimming in the Pacific Ocean, Mediterranean Sea with my baby shark and my baby.
Okay. I think Para is disqualified. Okay, Elvin, you would like to try? Would you like to try?
No, another team naman kay may
No,
na-eliminate.
Another team? Hindi,
Kay
kung
may
ano man,
na-eliminate.
ang rule man is kung kinsa may pinakataas. So, everyone may chance sila na i-state ang mga state na state na ibang players.
Magbalik na sad sa una.
Hindi, siya pa rin, i-try niya lang yung yung sa team na sa ocean. Go.
I'm swimming in the Pacific Ocean, going to the Atlantic Ocean.
Okay. Elvin is disqualified. Okay. Next na tayo ng na team.
Team.
Are you guys enjoying?
Isa pa daw, isa pa.
Okay, isa pa. So, in the jungle.
I am swinging in the jungle with my monkey.
Okay, next player.
I am swinging in the jungle with my monkey and with my lion.
I'm swinging in the jungle with my lion, with my monkey
Okay,
and
Liza is
my
disqualified.
sige, nabulol ako, busit na bulol. Sige, go. Doon na lang sila
Sino
na.
next?
Ito lang sila.
Wala na. Okay. So for the first theme, the winner is itong daog? Si Winmer. Ay, hindi.
Sila pa duwa ni
Si
Wendell.
Wendell. Oh,
Wala
si
pa
Wendell.
mag-zip bende.
Si Wendell ang winner. And sa the second team, ang winner is Liza. And then for the last team, ang daog kay si Wendell. Okay, guys, nag-enjoy ba kayo sa ating activity?
Yes,
Si
sir. Si Diana wala.
Si Diana wala.
Disqualified ba yun?
Okay, fine.
Okay, so I think mag-proceed na tayo sa processing questions. So guys, how was the activity? So who would like to answer?
It was fun.
Okay. Anyone else?
Go, Diana.
Masaya. Sobra.
Okay. So for the number 2, what was the most challenging part of the activity and why? So who would like to answer that question?
Ako.
Okay, go.
Wait Hindi
Okay.
siya kasi na-out ako agad. Hindi ko na-enjoy.
But the most challenging part, the most challenging part of the activity is how you keep recalling the sentence by the other player, I think.
Yeah. So, anyone else have their thoughts there? Okay, so wala. So let's proceed to the third question. So what did you learn from this project or activity?
Wala akong matandaan.
Okay, sige, siguro mag-proceed na
Mahina
tayo
kasi
sa
yung
ano.
retention ko.
Ha?
Mahina yung retention ko. Hindi ko alam paano.
Oh, okay. So, na-assess mo yung sarili mo sa ganitong activity, right?
Oo, na mahina talaga ang retention ko
Hoy.
sa activity na ito.
Ba't naman ganun?
Nabobobo ako eh.
Next one.
Okay, so sa fourth question, why does it matter that you did this project or activity? So anyone else who would like to other players who would like to answer? Okay, so let's proceed. So for the integration, so what are the benefits that you get in a memory training, and how can you apply what you have learned in memory training in real life situation? So our memories are integral part of who we are. It is something we use every day, and it makes our lives a lot easier. But if we are not quite using our memory, this will lead to slow certain cognitive processes, and it is harder to learn new things quickly. Memory retention, the ability to remember or recall information over a period of time. Having a strong memory retention means that we can easily put knowledge to use without occupying or overloading our working memory. Since background knowledge will be readily available, a lot of things that weakens our memory aside from getting old, like smoking, lack of sleep, stress and anxiety, alcohol abuse, and many more. To help our memory to be healed, to be healthy, we must consider a lot of things such as physical exercise, eat proper food for your memory, enough sleep, and exercise your cognitive skills by playing brain games such as crosswords, word recall, and many more. While learning, you are also having fun. So for the lecturate, I will be the one to that will be your speaker. So memory retention and recall. So what is forgetting? Forgetting is the loss or change in information that was previously stored in our short-term and long-term memory. So decade theory suggests that over time, these traces begin to fade and disappear. So how long do memories last? So, so for the short-term memories, they're a bit longer and last about 20 to 30 seconds. And some memories are capable of enduring much longer, lasting days, weeks, months, or even decades. So this is called long-term memory. So there are stage model of memory, which is the sensory memory, short-term memory, and long-term memory. So for the short-term memory, sensory memory, I mean. Wait lang, guys. Short-term memory is also known as working memory. It holds only a few items. It only holds a few items. However, items can be removed from short-term memory to long-term memory via processing like rehearsals. For an example, rehearsals is when someone gives you a phone number verbally and you say it into yourself repeatedly until you can write it down. So ganun yung sensory memory, ang short-term memory. So for the sensory memory allows individuals to retain impressions of sensory information after the original stimulus was ceased. One of the most common examples of sensory memory is fast-moving lights in darkness. If you have ever lit a sparkler on the 4th of July or watched traffic crash by at night, the light appears to leave a trail. Ganun yung sa sensory memory. So most likely, yung memory is coming from our senses. And lastly, for the long-term memory. So long-term memory, our memories we hold for periods of time longer than a few seconds. Long-term memory encompasses everything from what we learned in first grade to our old addresses that what we wore to work yesterday. Ganun yung long-term memory. And so losing memory. So why do we forget? So there are four basic explanation why forgetting occurs. So first is failure to store, interference, motivated forgetting, and retrieval failure. So failure to store is encoding failure sometimes to prevent information from entering long-term memory. And losing information has less to do with forgetting and more to do with the fact that we never made it into the long-term memory in the first place. So parang yung memory dapat is hindi siya nakapasok sa ating short-term memory or sa long-term memory. So hindi na siya nag-exist or nakalimutan na talaga natin siya after natin na-encounter yung memory na yun. And then sa next is interference. So interference, sometimes some memories compete and interfere with other memories. When information is very similar to other information that was previously stored in memory, interference is more likely to occur. So there are two types of interference. First is the proactive interference, and next is the retroactive interference. So third, motivated forgetting. So sometimes we may actively work to forget memory, especially those traumatic and disturbing events of experiences or painful memories that can be upsetting and anxiety provoking. So there are times we may decide or desire to eliminate them. So there are two types of motivated forgetting. First is the suppression, which is intended to intended or conscious forgetting, and next is the repression. So unconscious form of forgetting. So hindi natin alam na nakalimutan na natin yung mga memories na meron tayo. So lastly is the retrieval failure. Also known as decay theory that I have mentioned earlier. Sa yung nauna. So these memory traces begin to fade and disappear. If the information is not retrieved and rehearsed, it will be eventually be lost. So hindi siya same sa motivated forgetting. So iba tong retrieval failure. So for the wrap up activity, ganun yung wrap up. Meron akong technique na ituturo sa inyo guys. Like, 'di ba, we have the 10 fingers. So if may gusto tayo or for example we have exam, we can use each finger to represent a word, so that kung for example mag-exam tayo, we can use this finger para malaman natin kung saan siya na like magamit natin yun para maka-answer tayo ng exam natin, ganun. Like you can use that sometimes. I think tapos na. Thank you.
Thank you.